Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Malifaux and the fifth and final game of the English GT 2017. On 2 wins and 2 losses, I've clawed my way back up to table 8. And if I win this game, I will meet my objective of winning more games than I lose at this tournament. Wish me luck. So, for terrain, we've got, well, obviously trees, these are normal forests, impassable, height lots, buildings, hard cover. You can walk through this veranda as normal. I guess these are stairs that don't go anywhere. Otherwise, everything's fairly open. My opponent, the Mad Axeman, a very genial and down-to-earth guy, as his name suggests, has brought the Emberling, a Windgamin, Howard frickin' Langston, Kang with People's Challenge, Angelica with something. If you can guess what that card is, good for you, but I'm assuming it's something like Practice Production. Mei Feng with Vapormancy, Seismic Claws and Thunderous Smash, a Union Miner and the Arcane Effigy. This is my first ever Stake a Claim game, and I think it's my opponent's first as well, so we're learning together. And for this mission I've brought the Zombie Chihuahua, the Carrion Emissary with McMorning's Conflux. Underneath his wing, I believe, is Sebastian with Those Are Not Ours, maybe a Necropunk, Chiaki somewhere. McMorning, Chiaki has her Pull of the Grave upgrade. McMorning with Plastic Surgery, Moonlighting and Decaying Aura, a Nurse, and another Necropunk. My plan for this game is to split up my forces, send the Necropunks either side, and try to get claim jump. Mei Feng's pretty nippy, but the rest of her crew tends to be a little bit slow, so I'm hopeful they won't be able to spread out very effectively and stop me. The scheme pool's a pretty tricky one. I am not going for Frame for Murder after the horrendous time I had against a Mythic Fox in Game 3. That really put me off it. So I've gone for Hidden Trap. There's probably going to be Arcanists left around at the end of the game. I reckon I can get some markers down by them. And then Inspection. I'm not sure why I chose that one. I think it's because I just so very rarely do it. I wanted to change, and so I'm going to try to get my Necropunks, dropping claim markers and in the corners, possibly with the idea of shifting my crew to wherever he shifts his crew. We'll have a big dust up, and then hopefully I'll win and have both flanks. Yeah, I'm looking at this and thinking this is a terrible plan right now. But that's what I did. Let's see how it went. Turn 1, pretty nice, can't complain at that. Always like to see the 6 of Crows. A group of Arcanists led by Howard Langston push out towards this left flank. Oh, you can see I deployed one of my Necropunks here. I thought there was there was a lot of models under that Carrion Emissary's wing. So he started out over here. The Nurse hits McMorning up for some poison. My 2 Necropunks go freaking miles because of the Emissary giving them extra walk, so they both get their leap and then run, double runs. They're up by the flanks, one's over here. Chiaki's come out as well, so I'm trying to push in both directions. Sebastian's come out, just dinking into the forest. I want to get line of sight into this area. Basically, I'm hoping to lay a trap for Howard. The Chihuahua's going to run in and poison him next turn, and the Carrion Emissary is going to try to gum him up with the zombie. And in my experience, he doesn't last very long after taking a few inductions from Sebastian. At the end of the turn, the Chihuahua's come up, nice and aggressive, blocking Howard's route to Sebastian. The rest of the Arcanists are moving bodily towards this left flank, freeing up my guys on the right. And McMorning pushes up into the centre, dropping a scheme marker, and then poison pushing to get a decent angle. I don't reckon there's anybody that can kill him in one go, and if I get the initiative I'm going to alpha strike Howard hard, because he's an unreasonably good model. So we go into 10-2, and it's going to get pretty tense pretty quick. I do get the initiative, and McMorning does go in on Howard and flub spectacularly. I do a little bit of damage and a little bit of poison, but it is very unimpressive. And it looks like I've injectioned the Chihuahua up to drop a scheme marker, and, am I doing claim jump? Subtle as a brick. But yeah, I figure if I plaster this area in scheme markers, it looks like where the main fighting is going to happen, and I should be able to get some points at the end of the game. Looks like the effigy just comes up to play by the house. Now that McMorning's in a rather compromising position, I decide to go with the Emissary, double walking over here and try to put up the shards, which I fail, and that would probably take a Black Joker to achieve that. So McMorning is kind of caught with his pants down in front of Mei Feng and Kang. Angelica looks like she's moved up, and maybe she's got an ability to be able to push someone, so in which case I think she's pushed Howard Langston over here. And I've been trying to think what these markers are, and I think it's a practice production marker, and it looks like the arcane effigies dropped another marker behind the house. Howard goes and demolishes my Chihuahua and my zombie, which is fair enough, I'll take that. And it looks like he scuttles back over here. And Sebastian is lurking, ready to give him that good old dose of induction at the end of the turn, as I am determined to kill this guy with poison rather than risk him being framed for murder. My nurse has wandered up to try to join in the action next turn. My necropunk has dropped a ski marker over here in the corner, and the Windgammon has come to come party with him. Sebastian decides to break from cover and summon a dog. I'm a little bit wary about this. I know Mei Feng can rail walk into a very inconvenient position which will block my line of sight to the beast, potentially, but I'm hoping she'll go for McMorning instead. It looks like Kang and the miner have run towards the middle of the table. Unfortunately, Mei Feng does decide to rail walk in and starts beating up my guys, which is upsetting, but at least McMorning is still viable. My necropunk over this way has hopped across and just dinked a claim marker over the line. Chiaki's run through and getting ready to dump another one down next turn. I'm trying to remember if Mei Feng in fact dropped a stake a claim marker over here. I don't think she did. Her engagement range should stop her from doing that. So I think I score stake a claim this turn. But no inspection for me. Turn 3, there's some nice high crows. Think I might have lost initiative, and this might be Howard Langston black jokering a damage flip on McMorning. That was very appreciated. This is Mei Feng's stake a claim marker. I cannot for the life of me think how she could have dropped that. Maybe it was last turn at some point somehow. As things go on, I managed to get a dog into Howard Langston and put some more poison on him. McMorning pushes out and goes after Mei Feng, doing some damage and putting some poison on her. Looks like I injection Sebastian over here and drop a scheme marker. Sebastian seems to have summoned a dog from the corpse marker that Mei Feng was slightly standing on. Kang has come in on McMorning and given him a respectable walloping. Mei Feng goes on Destruction Rampage. McMorning's aura is making everything undead, and so she's getting plus flips from Kang's aura, including Sebastian, poor Sebastian, who has just received a red Joker damage to the face. So yeah, it's looking a lot more empty now. Oh, and she's thunderously smashed all my markers away. Good girl. Looks like my carrion emissary is coming around over here, dropping shards and just, I think, starting to beat on some of the people in the backfield here. Again, don't want to kill Howard Langston. He's on a lot of poison and not very many wounds, so I'm just going to let him die. We've got this guy over here, the Union Miner, coming and dropping scheme markers on the centre line. There he is, dropping 2 markers for the price of 1. Chiaki's over here, dropping another stake marker. My other necropunks got into this corner. These guys are scrabbling at each other. The necropunk is fighting valiantly against this frickin' thing. It gets so many attacks, but luckily I was able to survive. More markers being dropped over here, it looks like. I think it might be the effigy hiding behind those trees. That might have been what I was trying to do with these markers, is block the effigy from getting to Howard and clearing his conditions, something like that. So I score stake a claim, I score inspection, and the Arcanists score claim jump, despite the valiant efforts of my nurse, who was trying to block them over here. So this is turn 4. I think Mei Feng went in on McMorning and nearly killed him, doing quite a lot of damage, I think. But it wasn't enough. Langston is on his last wound now, and if he activates, he will die. McMorning goes, kills Mei Feng, and then gets out of town, away from Retribution, and trying to distract this Gammon from killing my Necropunk, who's going to try to score me some more points. Stupidly, this means that Howard now won't kill himself when he activates, and so it's still a threat. I believe I've used my injection on this dog to get him to drop a scheme marker. Again, I kind of need some scheme markers around some people now. The nurse and the miner have a pillow fight. Jackie wanders off more into the backfield. The Necropunk's chilling in its corner. These guys stick around. Kang fails to kill my dog. I love these little hounds. Howard Langston has some fun trying to escape from the emissary's engagement. I think he might have succeeded, but he doesn't have any oomph left to drop any markers. And I think this is where we end the game, and we both reveal Hidden Trap and score full points for it. And there we go. So Arcanists scored no points for Stake of Claim, 1 point for Claim Jump, and 3 points for Hidden Trap. Resurrectionists scored 2 points for Stake of Claim. He must have blocked me on that second turn. 2 points for Inspection, and 3 points for Hidden Trap, making this game 7-4 to the Resurrectionists. This was a really fun game, and I'm sorry it came across maybe a bit confused. I'm really struggling to remember exactly what happened from the pictures I've got. I mean, this is I've left it a bit too long before making this video, but that's the best I've got. My opponent really he really tricked me with I was convinced Frame for Murder was on Howard Langston, and I was just not killing him. There was no way it was going to happen. He was going to die from poison, and we spent so long jostling for lines of sight and activation order and trying to clear conditions that I guess didn't come across so much in the video as I narrated it. And I thought I'd gotten away with it. I thought I'd done it, not killing him by the end of the game, and then my opponent declares Hidden Trap. Oh my goodness. Did me up a kipper with that one. So yeah guys, that's the end of the tournament. A final win for me, putting me at 3 wins, 2 losses, and achieving the objective. Pretty bruising day 1, followed by, you know, I can't complain at all about day 2. This just went really well. And I believe I came 11th overall, having lost to the best Arcanist and the guy who came number 2 overall, and also a guy who was currently ranked 3rd in the country at the time we played this. So yeah, not bad. Feeling pretty happy. And thank you very, very much to all of my opponents. They were really great sports, really good fun, and I appreciate them letting me post these videos up of our games. Lovely to have met you all. And also, I should say, a big thank you to the tournament organisers. They know who they are, others know who they are, I don't really. But this was held down in Wayland Games, down in Hockley in the south east of England. And you've seen their tables, they're just beautiful. And this was such a enjoyable event, so very, very many thanks to them. So happy and hungry, I retired back to London, head high, and we hit the local tapas place hard. A delicious end to a great weekend, and thank you for joining me on this journey. Until the next one, take care.